Welcome to New Unrealist. A little while back, some of you who regularly view my channel may remember I did a video on the BuzzFeed and then New York Times wunderkind reporter Ali Watkins, who it turned out was actually engaging in a sexual relationship with indicted Senate staffer James Wolfe. Now, for those of you not in the know about Ali Watkins, she was a very young reporter in Washington, reporting on intelligence matters in Congress. James Wolfe, he just happened to be the Director of Security for the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. Every classified document or detail that went to and from the Senate Intelligence Committee for the last 20 years has had to go through the hands of James Wolfe until December of last year. A better source could not be had by a reporter covering that beat. A guy who had access to information, he was the guy actually holding it, with the added benefit of being nobody that anyone outside the small circle of Washington reporters on the Intel beat would even know about. And Ali Watkins, a cub reporter who had started basically as an intern, she was literally fresh out of college when she became involved in a sexual relationship with this potential treasure trove of scoops and leaks, this James Wolfe guy who I think is in his 50s. So this whole sordid tale about the sex for secrets reporter Ali Watkins and her married paramour James Wolfe incredibly is tightly mixed up and woven into the current furor over the FISA warrant applications for Carter Page, the former low-level Trump campaign foreign policy advisor. A convincing case has been made by a very sharp-eyed writer at the Conservative Treehouse website who goes by the handle Sundance that one of the specific leaks of classified documents detailed in the James Wolfe indictment for leaking is in fact the unredacted version of the Carter Page FISA warrant application. You know, the application I did a video on yesterday where half the thing is just blacked out lines. It's heavily redacted. Amazingly, this document, which Devin Nunes and multiple congressional committees are demanding be released in unredacted form to Congress and the public, may already have been in possession of Ali Watkins, and by extension her employers at BuzzFeed and the New York Times, since March of 2017. You heard that right. The unredacted FISA application for Carter Page, which could put an end to all the speculation about the very legitimacy of the Trump-Russia collusion witch hunt, is or has been in the possession of the media for over a year. Let's quickly go over the Conservative Treehouse rock-solid case about the leaking of the Carter Page warrant application unredacted. First thing pointed out is points on page 5 of the indictment regarding reporter number 2 in the indictment, which we know is Ali Watkins. The indictment details how Ali Watkins was a student intern doing news reporting during 2013 and 2014 in Washington, D.C. It also details how Wolfe had what they label a personal relationship, i.e. they were having an intimate sexual relationship until December 2017, when James Wolfe was finally caught by the FBI for leaking classified material to Ali Watkins. Funny how the relationship conveniently started when Ali Watkins got to Washington and started covering the intelligence beat, and it ends abruptly when Wolfe is busted by the FBI, loses his position, and is no longer useful as a source. Very convenient timing, right? It was during the period from 2014 to the end of 2017 when Ali Watkins, this cub reporter, so green and literally right out of college, was publishing huge scoop after huge scoop that reporters with decades of experience on the Intel beat weren't getting. I mean, people didn't know how she was doing it. So the indictment connects Wolfe to Watkins in this personal relationship. That part is not in dispute. Both parties admit that's true. Next, the Conservative Treehouse directs our attention to page 6 of the indictment, where in point 17, they note in and around March 2017, a particular executive branch agency, which we can infer is the Department of Justice, agreed to furnish the Senate Intelligence Committee with a specific classified document. Note the words classified document. It contained secret and top secret information. including information on the identity and activities of the individual referred to in this indictment as Male 1. That means it was unredacted. Okay? Male 1 is believed to be, drumroll please, Carter Page. You'll see why in a moment. On or about March 17th, 2017. Keep that date in mind. It's very important. March 17th. The classified document was transported to the Senate Intelligence Committee, whereas Director of Security James Wolfe, he received, maintained, and managed the classified document on behalf of the Senate Intelligence Committee. That was Wolfe's job. If the committee got classified documents, he was the guy who took them, held them, and was responsible for securing them. The Carter Page FISA warrant applications were released to the media this past Saturday night, July 21st. It's now 2018, of course. So now we can have a look at the date that it was signed and attested to be a true and correct copy of the original by Leanne Flynn Hall, clerk for the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. March 17th, 2017. What an amazing coincidence, right? It doesn't stop there. That original first application for authorization to spy on Carter Page, it's 83 pages, including one blank page. Conservative Treehouse clinches the argument here when it notes that on or about the same date, March 17th, 2017, then Director of Security for the Intelligence Committee, James Wolfe, who we have established took custody of the 83-page, including one blank page, classified document, sent reporter number 2 in the indictment, Ali Watkins, his then mistress, 82 text messages with image. Obviously, not the 83rd page because it was just a blank page. After he sent her 82 text messages with the images of the classified unredacted document, page by page, he then called reporter number 2, Ali Watkins, that evening and had a 28-minute phone conversation with her. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, on April 3rd, 2017, reporter number 2, Sex for Scoops reporter Ali Watkins, publishes an article in BuzzFeed revealing the identity of what's labeled in the indictment, Male 1. As you can see, it's obvious who Male 1 is because on April 3rd, 2017, the only article published with Ali Watkins' byline is about, another drumroll please, Carter Page. So, it's incontrovertible. The person referred to in the indictment as Male 1, who the classified document refers to, is Carter Page. The classified document regarding Male 1, Carter Page, his identity and activities, was exactly 83 pages long, including one blank page. Wolfe sent 82 texted images to reporter number 2, Ali Watkins, on the same day he got it, March 17th. That's the day he took possession of the 83-page application to conduct surveillance on Male 1, Carter Page. Game, set, and match. Where's the media on this? Why isn't anyone demanding that Ali Watkins, BuzzFeed, and the New York Times answer the following? Do they currently have, or did they ever have, possession of the unredacted version of the Carter Page FISA warrant application? If yes, which I have to assume unless Ali Watkins is hiding it from her employers, why haven't they published it when in every other case of Trump-Russia collusion leaks, they rush to print? Lastly, why hasn't the New York Times fired Ali Watkins instead of reassigning her when it is now clear that, contrary to what she has previously said, she did receive classified material from James Wolfe on subject matter relevant to her reporting? This is a gross breach of journalistic ethics, and it demonstrates that Ali Watkins, at the very least, and perhaps the New York Times, are in a continued breach. Every American, regardless of party affiliation or loyalty, should demand that BuzzFeed and the New York Times release the unredacted FISA application or explain why they haven't. Kudos to Sundance at the Conservative Treehouse for spotting this juicy nugget. Follow the link in the video description for some further sleuthing done on this topic where they showed that the people who actually are colluding with unregistered Russian agents and Russian oligarchs are people like Democrat Senator Mark Warner. It might even be worth another video all on its own at some point. That's all for this New Unrealist. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to keep YouTube from doing a sleeper unsubscribe on you. Right-click it, select the Always option. Thanks for watching.